So regarding DMZ, we actually learned within Call of Duty Next that it's going to be releasing completely free to play on November 16th, which is the start of Season 1 for Modern Warfare 2. Yes, that is right, this mode is going to be releasing with Warzone 2. It's actually going to be a part of a Warzone 2, and presumably you'll be able to boot it up from the Warzone 2 menu. This is really good news because there was various different rumors and leaks about whether or not it will be free to play, and free to play is the right direction for this mode because it's a Warzone-esque mode, and it will reach a much wider demographic if it is free to play because it's catering to the exact same demographic of Warzone fans, and of course that game is free to play. So we actually have a lot of details on this mode, way more than we have regarding Spec Ops, both official information as well as leaks, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, but first of all I'll play the clip from Call of Duty Next where they discussed DMZ.
So we've all heard the rumors that Warzone 2.0 is going to have some very, very interesting new modes. Would you care to confirm or deny Stephanie Snowden?
It's finally time. I have read about some new modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is confirmation that an all-new sandbox experience is coming at launch. I am happy to announce DMZ, Call of Duty's extraction mode, will arrive with Warzone 2.0 at launch later this year. I played DMZ for the very first time on my first day at IW, and to this day, playing it non-stop, the possibilities with this game mode blow my mind.
So DMZ, I can also confirm that DMZ is real. But we're not going to go into depth on it today because we do have to keep some stuff in reserve. What I can tell you, though, is we've created a rich sandbox where you can define your own win condition. You infiltrate Al-Mazrah, you accomplish your goals, and then you decide to extract when the time is right. It is played across the whole map, and the AI is occupying large sections of the map, and they are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al-Mazrah and see what's there.
Loot up, exfil, it's totally up to player choice there, and I'm really excited about the full scale of what we're delivering for this chapter, and we want players to have an amazing experience in Warzone 2.0.
So this mode is going to be a new sandbox experience. Of course, DMZ stands for Demilitarized Zone, and it's going to be an extraction-based mode that is very similar to Escape from Tarkov. This mode is going to be played on the brand new Warzone 2 map, which has been built from the ground up and is a large-scale map for not just Battle Royale, but as he said, the DMZ mode. The Warzone 2 map is of course called Al-Mazrah, which takes place in a fictional in-game region in West Africa. DMZ will reportedly support up to 100 players on the map at once, and it will see a new squad matchmaking platform. It seems like you will be able to play in squads of 4. There are more realistic, refined vehicles that react to enhanced physics, depleting gas tanks, veering off course following a flat tire, a new endgame dynamic with multiple closing circles instead of the usual one, the ability to revive players on other teams, and perhaps most interestingly, the introduction of proximity chat. These are all features that are also in Warzone 2. Basically, DMZ and Warzone 2 are pretty much going to share all of the same mechanics. It's going to have the same drop-in system with the parachute, it's going to have pretty much the same looting boxes and bags, it's also going to feature strongholds. Everything that is in Warzone 2 is going to be in DMZ, and I think that is why Warzone 2 is so different from the original Warzone, because a lot of the features are actually from DMZ, and both of the modes are supposed to play off each other, if that makes any sense. Apparently there will be intel that you can collect inside of the DMZ mode, as well as Spec Ops, I think. This intel will just be like the intel you could collect on Verdansk in Warzone 1, and will continue the post-launch story of Modern Warfare 2 after the campaign for that game. So how DMZ works is, just like in Warzone, you drop in as a squad on this large large Al Mazrah map. You are then able to loot around the map, complete various different objectives and challenges, but everything you loot you will actually collect, and you will be able to take that loot into the next game, but only if you are able to successfully exfil. Of course, you are going to be doing this at the same time of a bunch of other squads doing it in your game, so you will all be competing against each other, and only some of you will be able to exfil. In order to exfil, you need to shoot out a flare for extraction, wait for a chopper to arrive, then there is a timer for the chopper to depart. You either live and extract with what you have, or risk dying to people who see the flare and know you are extracting. And if you successfully do it, you'll be able to take all of that loot into the next game. It's more of a continuous Warzone experience, if that makes any sense, instead of it going just game by game. Patrick Kelly from Infinity Ward outlined a scenario in DMZ in which a squad could down a sniper from a tower, corner him and say, okay, we'll revive you, but you are on our team now, he said, and you've picked up a new teammate, and we are offering different things. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of different ways to actually play this mode. You are going to be able to take players from other teams and I guess lose players too. There's going to be a very mixed bag of scenarios. Like I said, it is described as a sandbox mode, so there's going to be a lot of creativity and a lot of different ways to play this mode, and I can't wait to jump in. I think this might actually be one of the main things I play, because I've kind of gotten bored of the multiplayer experiences over the years, and Warzone's okay, but I think that DMZ is catering to my itch the most, so I can't wait to play it. Also, I believe you're probably going to be able to play a third-person variation of this mode. Of course, there's a third-person mode in multiplayer, but I think there may actually be third-person LTMs coming to Warzone 2 as well as Modern Warfare 2, so I can't wait to try that out. Like in Warzone 2 and its strongholds, DMZ does also feature AI. According to Tom Henderson, when you are attacking a location, more AI gets called in as reinforcements, and they rappel down ropes from helicopters, turn up in infantry trucks, etc. The Ghost of Hope did also go on to say, when you are exfilling, AI will only attack you if they are in the nearby area, but they won't show up in reinforcements, but of course this could change by release. But the main risk with exfilling is that people will see the flare that you have to shoot and kill you before you extract. The DMZ experience seems to be an ever ongoing thing that you can jump in and out of. It's an alive ecosystem. Warzone 2 and DMZ will reportedly both feature dynamic weather, such as a storm cloud coming in. Infinity Ward have said that all of the major points of interest within the Warzone 2 map are also going to make their way as ground war maps within multiplayer. But that's everything we know regarding DMZ. Like I said earlier, I think a lot of development and resources have gone into this mode, a lot more than have gone into the Spec Ops mode. So this is essentially going to act as the main core mode to the game, whereas Spec Ops is just a little bonus addition, whereas this DMZ mode is a main pillar instead of just an extra mode tacked on that's not really as developed and in depth. Okay, that's everything I wanted to talk about DMZ.